Do you think you have to be somewhat abstinent to your family to be great at what you're trying to do?
Yeah, absolutely. We just don't have enough time.
There's not enough time. The best you can do is try to hit as hard as possible and as fast as possible. So you have the funds to
bring them along with you.
You can either bring them along or, if she's fussing, well, here's some money.
How about this money? Yeah.
Or, absolutely. Even for your kids to understand, hey, to do this, I got to do this, So you have to have those moments that offset it. Yeah, my dad was gone a lot, but when he was here. But then it's a lot of things we just don't know either. Now that you see all these NBA kids, they was always with their dad. They was just on the road with them. Mm-hmm. We assumed the dads were just gone and they was at home with the mom. The kids was there. Jalen Brunson and Steph and all these people were with their dads.
So if I'm a wife, I'm like, yo, the kids are going with you on these trips.
I think, but
I'm gonna it's gonna be a little harder for you to be in the streets.
That's why you think it's
gonna be a little difficult.
Look at that. I feel like there could be more that some of these guys and women could do in the sense of like bringing the children along and the family along.
I'm not listening to Keenan. I'm not listening to Keenan talk about having his kids out on the road with him. Ain't no way.
Hey, you ain't got no kids, nigga. How do you know?
Ain't no way. I'm listening to Keenan speak on that.
I know I'm not in a space where I know I don't have children yet, but I've had a discussion with Janelle since I know she's more that person.
Just note, everything you say I'm muting all this. This is gonna be muted. Your mouth gonna be moving.
Thanks for tuning in. Matter of fact, thanks for your patronage. Wildly inappropriate. See how I brutally honest it? Like, wow, that boy, wow. Don't you see them boys so crazy? Chilling with the homies, dog, Keon, Gary, and KB.
Special?
The special is out. It's doing well. I'm trying to check my phone right now because people are responding. I want to see. I gotta screenshot all the, all that shit so I can put that out. The reviews and all that.
Run the numbers up. Tell them where they can watch that first.
It's at Laugh After Dark TV is the app. But I'm gonna post it. It's in all my links. It's when you go on my website. It's the first thing that pops up. Like literally before you even go on the website, that pops up. My link tree, I changed it. All my bio on every social media, it's in the thing. Like I changed it. You cannot miss it. I have done everything I can to make sure y'all can be like, I couldn't find what. Everything is there. And I'm adding more, of course, because the special hit so hard. All of a sudden, people reaching out. Hey, is he available?
More dates?
Yeah, for dates. So I'll be, I'm adding dates. So it's going really well, and you guys just look out for that. So, and thank y'all for.
We're very proud of you, and we're very happy for you.
Thank you, sir, and I appreciate. I gave you guys a shout out on the special.
Oh, really? A special thanks in
the I gave it to my family.
I thought I was gonna get the written by, but we'll be
insane.
How do you feel about just overall that the product is now out and like you just feel like is it a weight off your shoulders or just like on to the next?
No, well, I'm still in it, so I still don't know what it means. I still don't know what it's gonna do. What I know, the response from that clip went insane.
Right.
So, which nobody can predict. That's insane. Like no one can predict
that's
that kind
best case scenario.
That's beyond best case. Like you can't.
Sure.
12. What is it? 11 million views now.
Yeah.
2.3 on Facebook.
What did you expect anything from the clips, and what was your expectation from the clips?
I knew it would do well, but I'm expecting 100,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so what happened when they posted it, we collabed or whatever, and I saw the comments the first 4 minutes, and I was like, yo, this is gonna hit. Mm. And they were like, well, fingers crossed. I was like, no, I can already tell it's gonna hit.
You know how your numbers roll.
But I didn't know. There's no way I know that. And then so I'm that day I'm watching it jump. It started jumping 50,000 at a time. Then it started jumping 100,000 at a time. Then it was like I was like, oh, this is going to hit 1 million. Which is, I was like, perfect. It's going to hit 1 million. Then I saw it hit 1 million, and then I saw it jumping by like 500,000 at a time. I was like, oh, this shit's going to like take off.
Under a day. Hitting those numbers. That was the crazy
I was
part.
like, this is insane.
Yeah.
So then I was like, so now I'm looking at the comments. I'm watching people tag their friend, yo, we got to go see this dude. But and that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Oh my God, when is the special? I'm watching people start getting excited for me, and with me. I'm watching people who already follow me kind of starting getting pumped, like a part of the journey. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're getting hype, and then the love from the comedians, like
It's not like I just grabbed your dick right now.
Yeah, it felt like that was basically a dick grab, dog.
Yeah.
My apologies, brother.
You could have said, lower your mic, Keon. That would have lowered my mic, dog.
I didn't mean to grab your dick.
That nigga just spoon fed you. That's what happened. Here comes the airplane.
Say nigga told me to say bro.
Yeah, that was weird. That was weird.
But so you know what it is too? I feel like as stand-up comedians, when you were actually stand-up comedian, we wanted to go viral at first, just to go viral about going viral. But the fact that your stand-up went viral, especially from your special, that I'm sure that feels and hits different. It makes you feel a little bit better.
Way different, because I've hit harder than that before.
Right.
But it was on some dumb clip.
Right.
My stand-up, and then people are asking about me, and what I guess for me, what it did was like the whole purpose of me doing this was for that.
Exactly.
I just want niggas to see me.
Yeah.
And I just wanted people. So just that one clip, then they saw the other clip, which comparatively, obviously, I felt like the other clip wasn't doing nothing. But that other clip is at like 80,000.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's doing very well.
Yeah.
But it's just, you can't compare it to 11 million.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, so the clips are going well. And then people are like, you know, where can we see this? We don't want to watch it for free. Like, you know, we sent the free link out. People are like, no, we want to pay for it.
Yeah.
Like, and it's mostly grabbing the strangers. Then I'm watching people who, this part, I had to, you know, check myself on and just accept it is what it is. There are a lot of people, you know, like, oh, how do I get tickets to this show, blah, blah, blah. And these are people who've been following me for forever. And it's almost like y'all waited for, you know,
a special or whatever.
Y'all waited for the wave to hit. And now you're like, oh, let's go support the person we've been following already for like 8 years. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take it. Some people, like we, you know, we came up with.
Wait, it doesn't make sense to you?
No, it does make sense.
Okay.
It's just kind of like.
It's annoying.
Why do y'all do that? Like,
Yeah.
why do y'all wait for something to be hot to follow? Y'all could have. Because remember like when a new music came out, you'd be like, you ain't heard this before. We used to like being the first to discover a nigga or to be like, let me introduce you to something. Now people wait. They've been watching. They support you and whatever. They've been watching for years and years and years. And then when they see, oh, he's about to take off.
Yeah.
Now let me jump on and go to his shows. But like, I've been begging y'all to do that for years. I didn't get more funny. Y'all just saw it and you're seeing everybody else jump on. Now you want to jump on. So I had to like, and it was real quick to process all that. And I was like, you know what? I'm just happy to hear. Like, if they're gonna come, if the ticket sales are going up and stuff, that's fine. Like,
yeah, you know,
that's what I wanted.
I realized that years ago, but it sucks that sometimes when a stranger tells your friends about you and they already know who you are, then they be like, oh, now it's like, oh yeah, that's my boy. So yeah, now they want to go see you when a stranger kind of reintroduces them to you. It's just like, nigga.
Yeah,
but
like
that's part of the game, I guess.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like, I had one dude tell me, like, he's like, yeah, I've been following you for like 7 years, bro, but I'm gonna finally get out there, and I'm like.
Yeah.
All right, bro. You know what I mean? And then what makes me laugh too is all that niggas is broke shit magically went out the window.
I think niggas are still broke, but I think.
But now it's important enough to them now. You know what I mean? And that's what people. But I've been saying that since forever. Like, don't feed me bullshit excuses. Just say I'm not important enough to you. Just say that.
That's hard. That's hard to say.
It still remains to be seen.
And
it's still niggas just talking.
No, I'm seeing the ticket sales already. That's what I'm saying. That's how I know. I'm like.
We'll see. Just wait.
You know what I mean? Like, you guys are already. People are sending me their purchases. People are DMing me like, yo, I was just at my son's football game and there's a group of dads watching your shit, bro. Like, blah. So like everybody, and I get it. I 100% get it, and I'm just grateful for it. It's whatever. And then, you know, if it does turn out the way I think,
grateful for it?
Huh?
Why can't we just be grateful for it?
Because you still have that feeling of like, I was trying to tell you niggas. You know what I mean? Like,
why do we need that?
I don't know why the fuck we need it, nigga. It just happens. Like, what the hell?
I'm trying to tell you niggas all this. Like, why can't we just be like, oh,
well,
I
think
it happened?
I get it because I think
Yeah,
I get
like,
both
why
ends.
you ask questions you know the answer to?
Yeah, because the frustration of like, yo,
no, I'm like, well, why the frustration? Why can't we just have gratitude for the moment and carry the momentum? Why do we even need to go back to like, I've been trying to tell you niggas I've been trying to tell y'all for so long. Why you niggas just now? Why can't we just be like,
I think one, we're human, and two, I think there's space for that as long as you don't dwell in it.
Yeah.
I think to have that space to
Nigga
like,
just ask, why are we having human emotion?
No, it's not necessarily a human emotion. Some people just fully immerse themselves in just like the positivity of the experience.
Yeah.
Without the whole like, I've been trying to tell you niggas about me, but like, yeah, thank you.
But you know how it is
But
sometimes.
it's also a special. So it's also like that's a different level. Like
That is-
there's a special coming out. This isn't just a comedy clip. This is the prelude to a bigger thing.
But I think though, part of the thing is because it hit like it did. Let's say it only did the 100,000.
Okay.
People not doing that. They like flash. They like big. So for me, it's just like, even though I knew it was gonna happen, I'm just like, why? You're asking why I feel like that. I'm asking why does it have to be this way?
Oh.
Why do y'all? Even though.
But you know why.
Yeah, and
you
I'm
just
and
said
I'm,
why.
and that's what I'm saying. I'm still like, I had that feeling. I was like, you know what, forget it. I'm just gonna. But it's like a part of me was still like, why do y'all do this, man? Like, why? Why?
You know why.
Why?
But you can say the same thing
You know
about.
why?
You can say the same on the other end. You can say you know why he feels that way.
Right.
I know why I know why the feeling exists, but I don't know why. Like, if you understand why they move the way that they move, then I don't think that there should be an emotional response to them moving the way that they move when you know why they move the way that they move.
Yeah. No, but I had a thought. I wasn't upset.
Yeah, I want
was
to say,
just
would
like,
it be considered a full emotional response if he
No.
would have said something online? If he would have said something online and been like, "Finally,
Right.
you niggas is coming to,"
Right.
and get, then I'd be like, I probably would have been like, "Hey, you doing a little too much,
Yeah,
bro?
no.
Really back."
I just
Yeah.
I mean,
I just saw it and was like, of course.
Yeah.
yeah.
Of
There we
course.
go. There it is. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, of course. Like, I chuckled. I was like, because it was, you know what it was too? It was the people who were hitting me. Like, and these are people who know me, like, personally. And they're like, oh, we got to come now. I'm like, really? That's
That
That's an awesome. All right.
That's an interesting.
that's an annoying thing just because it's like,
Yeah, it's gonna be annoying.
yeah, the other end of like, if you don't know me personally, like,
Yeah, the strangers, of course.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
or
different.
even the followers, of course.
yeah, right.
But the people who know me personally, it's just like, y'all, you waited, and then I'm getting weird. It's just I think we related. That shit's already happening. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, it's
Yeah.
funny. It's just,
Yeah.
even though it's like you can mentally prepare for everything, and then when it hits, you're like, so this is what niggas do. Like, this is what people.
This is a real thing. When
This
niggas
is
feel like,
yeah,
I'm your
it's
cousin.
like, you know, it's a thing, and then it starts happening. Like, oh no, this is like a real thing. Like,
Yeah.
it's a real thing that people do. But at the end of the day, the whole point of me doing this was to get that, to get people to just be like, finally, because I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong, what I needed to do to grab them, what I need. So this was the whole point, and it's so far, it's going 1,000 times better than I ever could imagine. And at the end of the day, as far as Keenan's question to relief, yes, it's a sense of relief, as in, if I die tomorrow, I left something.
that people can, yeah.
So that's it.
You know what my response would have been? Nigga, I've been telling you this shit special since. Why you just now shooting this? You know?
Because it was time.
Yeah.
It
Well,
was
it's been
time to do
time.
it. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, no. The amount of material that you have, it's been time.
No,
And
it
I stand
wasn't.
on that 1,000%.
I don't. I
It's
think
been
it
time.
happened when it was supposed to happen, with my combination of my following, the combination of the relationships I made. Now I get to promote the way I want to promote it. Like, I still haven't reached out and called in my favors yet. The same, and I didn't have a lot of those favors a few years ago. Now I got
Do you
really
think Keon should
big.
have released a special sooner?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
but
keep going.
so I
I
truly believe shit's supposed to happen
Yeah.
when it
No,
happens.
I don't disagree with that either, though.
Yeah.
I don't
and,
disagree.
And
with,
this
like,
is the best time I've never been bigger than this. So I can call people on the phone and be like, "Hey, can you post this?
Well, here's the
Can
thing.
you know, the promotion and stuff I can do now, I wouldn't have been able to do."
I think specials are part material, catalog material, and then also opportunities and networking resources.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
here-
I didn't have
here's my-
even the people I shot with, that it wouldn't, like, this thing timed. I'm talking about when I called them, they was like, "We got 1 week open." I was like, "That's the weekend I happen to be in Vegas." Like, everything started going like
line up perfect.
perfectly, and I was like, "Nah, it's time to do this."
yeah.
So I think to go to your question,
Because before I would have to pay the money the people I were going to shoot with didn't have the money for that. I was like, I'm not paying all that. Like,
Yeah.
it was so many things. Every time I thought about doing one, something was like, I was like, this ain't right. This time, I was like, this is right. This is perfect. This is, and then, you know, I can do that, and now I'm on the road doing an already new hour. Like, everything just felt perfect.
Okay.
So if I would have did it earlier, it wouldn't have went the way I wanted it to go.
Okay.
I mean,
Wait.
you'll never know
Yeah,
for real.
yeah,
You
so-
can't say that because it's like when I was.
But then you
when
can't say I should have did it earlier either.
So, but then we also can't put it on them. Like, why y'all just now coming?
No,
Yeah,
this
it's-
clip, 12 million. No one can predict 12 million views. No one can predict that. That's a freak of, it's and even that it all feels like it's my time.
Your frustration was with the people who have been around.
Yeah.
And now they're starting to come on board in terms of.
But I don't think it's just the special. I think it's the numbers. Because I've been posting, I've been keeping people involved with the numbers and how, like, the anomaly of it, and they're just like, oh man, this dude. I see them posting, oh shit, this is you're about to pop. Like, that's why they're doing it. It's not the special. It's the numbers along with the special, and they feel like, oh, he's about to take off. People were hitting me, comics and people, like, this is how it happened. And I'm not saying this is gonna happen, but like, this is what happened with Matt Wright. This is what happened with Nate. Like, people are excited for that.
Okay.
So it's not just the special. It's the numbers. It's a whole bunch of shit going on. And that's why I'm like, okay, it's working out perfectly how, like, I don't regret shooting it. I shot it when I was supposed to shoot it.
Okay.
It's working how it's supposed to work. So I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But like, for the same reason you guys saying I couldn't have predicted, y'all can't predict what would have happened if I dropped it before.
We can't predict anything.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nothing can be predicted.
Yeah, so just.
But that doesn't mean.
But I also just don't think that there should be any frustration towards the way people are coming or why they're coming. I think we should just be purely thankful that they're here.
No,
that's it.
1,000 times thankful that they're
not
here.
Not a whole like y'all didn't come because they could have easily well you didn't have a special then.
No,
or you didn't drop
that.
a clip that's the prelude to a special.
No, it's just what it is. We already know why. You still, like Keenan said, you're still gonna have that. Of course. Like, just like we know people are stupid, and we still get frustrated. You know your wife gonna do certain things. You still get frustrated. You know your kids gonna do certain shit. You still get frustrated.
Depends.
But you
kids
do.
Are different.
No.
Wife is different.
No.
It's all different.
You know they're gonna do stuff.
We're talking about general population stuff.
And we know they're gonna do stuff. Explain the difference.
Difference between what?
When you know something's gonna happen and happens, and you get frustrated anyway. Explain the difference.
I need an example.
I just gave you one. Your wife and kids. You said that's not the same as general population.
I need an example.
I don't know your home life, so
you can make up a scenario.
They do. You just does something that pisses you off. Like what is the difference?
Let me think about the last time she pissed me off about something. I wasn't upset.
The last time she made you upset, Gary Anderson.
Last time she made me actually upset.
And you know how she is. You know the things she's gonna do. You know your children are gonna do things, and you still get frustrated.
I got something I gotta think
Why?
About. Let me come back to it because I gotta think about it.
Okay. This nigga, no, he like. What's frustrating is you know what I mean. You're making sense. You know you're making a side. And this nigga's gonna try to finagle his way around the shit instead of just saying, yeah, you're right. Like he's gonna do that, bro. Like he's gonna do that.
I think the whole thing that we arrived at is that no one's right because it's unpredictable.
But you're talking about what's the point of being frustrated when you know something's gonna happen. My counter was you know certain things are gonna happen and you still get frustrated. So why are you asking me that when you know why?
But this is also different. This is a different thing.
That was. All right, bro.
Is this not a different thing? We're talking about individual relationships versus popularity.
What is the thing that you asked me? What did you ask me?
I don't know. What did I ask you?
Exactly.
I guess it just goes back. I think it was just like, should you even be frustrated? Just live in the moment. And I think Keon's thing is just like, I mean,
we've all done it.
I think it comes to when you feel like you're really, really good at something or you're great at something, you're going to. Most people are probably going to feel a way of like about time, especially when you've been doing it for a while. Right? Like for us, we've been doing this 15 plus years or so. So it's not like we've been doing it 5 and it's like about time. And finally, I'll be like, nigga, you need to relax. You're 5, 6 years old. Just shut the fuck up and enjoy the moment.
I think that depends too.
But I think when you've been doing it for a while and you go, man, and especially when you've been really good for a while and you know how these opportunities come. You get opportunity, you feel like that one didn't do it and that one didn't do it. And he's like, damn, nigga, when is it gonna be the moment? And then when it is a moment, it's like, all right, cool. When these people say that you've been funny this whole time.
Right.
So
these are multiple conversations because you can't put. I don't think you can put time. I think it's time spent and energy. So 6 years and 15 years can look completely different because you can have 6 years with somebody who is on the ground and they're in it every day. And they're at the Comedy Store every day. They're at the Laugh Factory every day, every single day. Right. And they're posting clips every day. So that's different than somebody who's just like kind of casually in it, not in it, living life, doing other shit for 15 years. I think those two things are different.
Well, yeah, I guess I would add person that's been consistently been doing this for 15 years versus somebody that's been just starting for the first 5 years and they're gaining their consistency. They're just doing some stuff. But that's what I would have added the consistency to the 15 years. But yeah. I think that, you will feel like your time is like, all right, what was it? I think there was a saying before in comedy. It was like, a lot of times as guys, you get your shit years after you're supposed to get it when you're ready or whatever the thing is. Like a saying was like, guys get their things with 10 years or whatever after they're ready, and then sometimes women get theirs like 5 years before they're ready. That was like the saying in stand up, anyways, not in everything, but in stand up. So it was like, sometimes you feel like, hey man, I've been on these things. I know I've been this funny. I've been at the ground level, and I think it's the timing lined up, and it's kind of about time. I think it's okay to feel that way if you've been doing it for as long as we've been doing it. To be honest with you,
But I don't feel that way about the masses. Just the people who've been here for a while.
No, not the masses.
Yeah,
The masses.
it was
It's not
just
their
that,
fault.
I was just like, it was just a feeling of like I've been trying to convince you, and everybody else is vouched, and I said it, and you guys have seen me, and you just wouldn't do it, and now you want to do it because everybody else is doing it.
You don't want to be late.
Yeah, and it was just that was the quick part that I just had, which I knew was coming, but it was just like, if you guys and I want to harp on that because I don't want to take away from the people who came to see me 5-6 times, you know what I mean? Like, and they've bought merch since day one, and I've been fucking with you forever, and blah blah. So it just is what it is.
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Ultimately, it's purely a numbers game.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's purely just a popularity game. Whether somebody's been following you for 8 years and come to one show, whether somebody's been following you for 8 years and come to 20 shows, essentially you're just really just trying to build numbers. Consistency in people showing up, or the retention rate is almost like it almost doesn't matter.
No, but
It's
if you
just
came
numbers.
once, if you bought a merch once, like I'd be like, thank you, and that's it.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta come ever again.
You ain't gotta come ever again. Yeah.
But it'd be for the people, like I said, the message I get. I've been following for 8 years. I'm gonna come now. It was like when you see something like that, you just like, thank you for coming.
Especially if I've been in your city
Well,
multiple times. If I've been in your city multiple times,
Yeah.
be like, hey, bro, I've been to Dallas 3 times, dog.
Yeah, and that's how I respond. But I don't, not with an attitude. But they'd be like, well, come to Dallas. I was like, well, I've been 3 times.
Yeah. I was there
was
2
there.
months ago, and you saw it.
and
I see you like it.
Right,
Let me
you commented, and you commented it.
I'll give you this. Can I give you this?
You
You do have a certain. I think you are allowed the emotion and the frustration because the level to which you still promote. I'll give you that, because like Keon, we're at this chicken and waffle spot eating. Keon strikes up a conversation with a group of people and has the whole like, yeah, I got shows, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, yada yada yada. Pull up, come through, like, and in my mind, like, and I loved it. In my mind, I was like, nigga, I would. The last thing I want to talk to strangers about is comedy. The last thing I want to talk about in public to people is I don't want to get.
Because if you don't promote yourself, nobody else will.
Yeah. So,
even with this special, I was like, oh my god, I'm posting about it, but I'm like, it's mine. I have to.
Right.
have to.
Absolutely.
I have to.
You got to put more promo on this shit than anybody.
Yeah.
Right, but you know the scenario that I'm talking about, like, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna come through," blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
They don't.
and then they never come. So,
Well, I told you I didn't think they were gonna come because they live in Tacoma.
Yeah. So for me, I was like, I'm not even about to have this conversation and invest myself in this dialogue, knowing that they're probably not gonna come.
But it wasn't
there's a
for
chance
that.
they do come. So I guess you got to do it.
But it wasn't for that because it was a black. First of all, they were black.
Yeah,
so it
they
was
were
easy.
black.
And the lady
Obviously.
had already chimed in on like 2 things I said.
Got you.
So I was like, okay, let me talk to this seemingly nice black family, whatever.
Right.
So then they said, oh, do you ever do Nate's? We're in Tacoma. And I was like, coincidentally, just talked to Nate yesterday. I'll be coming up there. They was like, okay, if we don't come here, we'll see you in Tacoma. And I was like, bet, that's fine.
But beyond the specifics,
and then I got some new followers. I got, you know what I mean? Like
beyond the specifics of it, it is just the mental sort of bandwidth to even engage.
Yeah, I got
Who
you.
knows where the conversation is going to go? But just
Yeah.
to engage, it's like.
Now I pick and choose. I definitely.
Oh, really?
When I see like an opening, or when I see, or if somebody, what do you do? Well, actually, especially if it's local. I run a show at Flappers. Oh, you do stand up, blah blah. And they take out the phone. Let me follow you. When I went out in Phoenix, met a table, and this lady she was shooting her shot. And then I was like, oh, I'm married, chilling. And then she was like, oh, what are you doing out here? And I was like, oh, I was working down the street. She goes, I had tickets to your show.
Wait, when was this?
We just didn't go. When I went out, you didn't go out.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so she introduces me to another table. Mm-hmm. They all take out their phones, they follow. Well, we actually live in yada, yada, yada. And this is the stuff I do on the ships and stuff. And then I know it pays off because, like, when I did Chicago, it was a group of like 20 that came from the ship because I did that. I engaged, told them where I was, that kind of stuff. So I know it works. For sure. But, you just got to.
It's just about opening yourself up to that.
Yeah, you got to do it. And hopefully people. But even the response, now that the numbers and stuff are out, even the response when I announce what's going on. Like, people have a genuine excitement. Like, after the show, I was like, man, I just dropped my first clip. It did bits in me. They was like, you next. You know what I mean? Like, people want to be along for the ride. And
sure.
that part is dope. That part is the really fun part, to see strangers feel like we're all doing this. You know what I mean? That part's super dope. That's the best part by far, is watching strangers. You forget about the naysayers when you see people genuinely being like, we're so happy this is happening for you and to you. We feel a part of it.
Let me ask y'all this. Do you think that's why people feel like you might have switched up? Not you, but like that's when people be like, oh, you know, man, I'm such and such. I came up with him. He switched up. Do you feel like that's why that where that term might come from? Well, part of where that term comes from, because they didn't support at the beginning, and then when the stranger started to support, you kind of started to roll with that. You'd be like, all right, cool. This is like my tribe. And then now they come back along. You're like, hey, bro, like,
hook me up.
yeah, it's just like, I mean, tickets are $25.
Yeah.
Get in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got too big for us. No.
It's not, bro. If you would have, my thing is, like, the people that support me at the beginning, I'm the type of person to be like, yo, I got you for free. Or if I got a
I
little
know them
thing,
by name. I know them all by name.
right, and you be like, I'm gonna make sure I got something for you. I'm like, you got VIP tickets, you don't even gotta pay for it. Like, you look for them when you do become bigger, because that support at the level that we're at before,
Right.
like right now, that shit is way bigger, way more important than, not I won't say way more important, but it is important. More important.
I think it is.
Yeah, before you get up here, because now everybody's supporting you up here.
Because
It's easy to support up here.
that happens in the beginning is what keeps you going.
Part of it, yeah. For
You
sure.
know what I
Part of
mean?
it-
Like, when you get it early, you're like, okay, I got a little something. I
Yeah.
got people are starting to. You got to have some kind of, okay, I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna, give up. So that stuff is very encouraging. So there are people that I know, not this time around, but like the next time I come to SAC, like, hey, don't. You on the
Yeah,
list.
good.
Don't pay no tickets. But the cool part is those people be like, oh, I already bought mine. Like,
Yeah.
they fuck with you heavy, and it's just like you got to find something to do for them, because
Yeah.
they get their tickets early. They get them, when you first announce. So you got to find something to do for them.
Yeah, that's just interesting. I feel like do acts become bitter a little bit at the people that should have supported them, or they felt should have supported them,
I'm sure they do.
and then the strangers do, so they start to treat the strangers better than the people that
Yeah.
kind of came up with them, or at least knew them when they were younger and stuff like that. And I think it's interesting.
The extent to which one must go to connect with an audience feels kind of strange, rather than it just be like, oh, I'm dope at this thing, you like this product, come purchase this product.
Yeah, it don't work like
It's
that.
crazy. That's crazy.
People have to like fuck with you
yeah,
as a human.
you, and I like the way you raise your family.
Bro,
I like the
so many
bitches you
things.
fuck. I like the drugs you use.
Wait, so let me
There's so
let me-
many-
let me-
yeah,
let
so
me-
many
let me-
things,
Let me ask
bro.
y'all this then. Let me ask y'all this. What does it take for you to fuck with an artist?
That's the thing. I'm the opposite. Oh, they're just good at this. So I like it. Like,
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like buy a ticket to a show.
I just like their stuff.
Yep.
I don't connect. I don't
want to connect with you on a human
actually,
level.
I don't know you.
I
Because if I
wanna
connect
see
you,
you-
now I can't appreciate your art if you fuck
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
So I don't want to know you. I
I don't
don't
know
want
you
to
at all.
know nothing about you.
I just
don't
wanna
want
love your shit.
Exactly. I don't
That's it.
want to be. I don't want a personal connection.
Because there's a certain mystique about it, like that feels that feels almost otherworldly. It's like, damn, you have a talent, a gift that's like almost not even human. But then to like know all the intricacies of your life, it makes you like more human. Like, no, nigga, I want to see you up here in the clouds.
and
You're
I just,
amazing.
I just don't care about that type of shit.
yeah.
Like, I don't care what kind of father. If this nigga makes
Yeah.
hits, I don't care what kind of fucking father he is,
Fucks
nigga.
it
Like,
up.
I
It
don't
fucks it up for me.
care.
It fucks it up for me.
It
does.
It just has nothing to do with me. I'm here because I didn't start. I didn't like this athlete because he was a great dad.
Yeah.
Or a good husband. I liked it because the nigga was dropping 50.
Yes.
So that's what I'm here for. I don't care about
Yes.
anything else.
And if he was active, he might have dropped 30.
Lord, your
He
mic
might
a
have dropped
little
50.
bit.
Or he might have dropped 15.
Like
at
that type of stuff, I don't need that. I don't need a personal connection to fuck with your art or your talent or your food. Great chef. The nigga beats his staff, but this chicken's amazing. Nigga.
I never need a personal connection.
I don't need that.
Yeah.
in terms of art at all.
But also too, I can separate. I would say for the most part, I can separate the art and the artist.
Art from artist, yeah. Me too.
Yeah, so a lot of people say they can't. They be like, nah, I think about this too
But
much.
that's what he's saying. He's like, he doesn't understand why people need all that.
I understand why
feel.
they need it. I think
connection.
it's a more of a reflection of yourself and you wanting to feel like something relatable. You want something. It all goes back to it being about you. It always goes back to it being about them. Oh, that's why I like, relatable. It's so relatable. This is my experience. I go through this too. Like it just goes back to them
But do you think it's more of a newer age thing to where because of social media?
No, I think generally speaking,
Yeah.
I think people generally, the general population, and what people do and how they live their lives, they want something to connect with that feels like, oh, I'm not in this experience alone.
Yep.
I'm not living this life alone.
But back in the day, being mysterious as an artist, well, you didn't really have a choice because there wasn't a whole bunch of interviews.
Right.
There wasn't a whole bunch of personal stuff that was even out that we were doing. Niggas weren't vlogging their life and then going on tour, right?
It was just like paparazzi, like, oh,
Yeah,
we
right.
saw him out in the world.
Yeah, that was pretty much the most you got from an artist back
Michelle
then.
Pfeiffer shops?
But you still
You go to the grocery store?
But you still back then you still supported those artists. You still was going crazy. You still let those artists. You wasn't thinking about like, oh, this nigga don't take care of his kids.
They didn't know.
Mother
They didn't know
or
either,
whatever.
though. There was no way to find all that out.
Yeah.
Now they can look at everything.
I can look at it all.
Now sometimes
You
that
gotta
stuff.
be a well-rounded person now.
Yeah, which is ridiculous, bro.
Which is not, I feel like
This
no
is
artist
bullshit.
ever.
And
I
then
go home every
sometimes,
Saturday, take a photo with my family, post it,
Yeah.
thinking I'm out.
and that's the craziest part is that they want to feel this connection, and because the artist knows that, okay, well I'm just gonna give you what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the connection you feel ain't even authentic.
Okay,
Yeah.
He don't even like his family.
No.
Nigga, he's just posting it because
Yeah.
you like it.
Let me ask y'all this then: How great do they have to be to also get away with being either a piece of shit or bad at something in life like that?
I think they'd have to they can't come up via social media. They'd have to already be famous.
Okay,
And then they get a pass. You know what I mean? Like they already
So they-
was on and nobody watched your rise.
got you.
Like, like if they were just them and then they get on social media, it's like, well,
So we watched you coming through social media. We got
yeah,
you
we
grow as a
watch
kid
it and we
and
liked
such
you
as an
because of
artist.
this and you don't do that thing no more. It's like, oh man, like
Okay, so if they, it's like this nigga's just a monster at what he do, and all of a sudden, 15 years later, it's like, well, he didn't take care of his, he's kind of a deadbeat dad. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, them first 3 albums are fire though. I mean,
Yeah. Well, I think it depends on what time, right? Let's say, God willing, this does what it's has the potential to do for me. I take off. I gotta be chill for a number of years before the people excuse bullshit.
Right.
Because I'm too new.
But you already also have bullshit out there.
Yeah, but I mean like an actual. I assumed when you saying an actual thing that make people really turn on you.
Okay.
So like let's say, like right now, if it came out when it's hot and it came out, this nigga actually him and his wife are divorced and but it wouldn't. Now 20 years from now, I'm established, nigga. They're gonna be like, that's their problem.
Yeah.
Like you said, the 3 hours was fire.
It does depend on the thing, because if you and your wife got a divorce, I think people will want to hear about that. So it's about how you spin it.
Yeah.
I think it would be on the artist how they spin it. I don't know exactly how R. Kelly would have been able to spin his situation.
Yeah.
To bring in to grow his audience.
But that's the thing.
which is
He's
the
so
thing.
established, though. A lot of people still don't care, though.
Yeah.
I would say the majority still don't.
Yeah. Because he gave y'all 30 years.
Yeah.
30 years.
He
People.
was doing that dirt since the beginning.
And so people are like,
I was
nigga.
thinking, yeah.
Now imagine when that first album came out and that come out. Could have ruined them. You know what I'm saying? You have to establish your.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If Kobe has his situation, his third, that them 2 years he wasn't starting, that nigga out the league. But when he has it as a champion already and Kobe fucking Bryant,
But then also
people are like, hey, white bitches be lying.
He just cheated on his wife, right? Or he was accused of sexual assault.
Both. It was both in the same thing.
Yeah.
Right. Though.
Well, once the stuff started to come out that it was like, she had multiple semens in her.
Yeah.
Like that's what happened. It was like, she had 2 or 3 other niggas semens
So
on
she
her.
not a victim?
And people didn't care about all that.
Yeah, they were just like, bruh. I mean,
People was like, she a hoe.
Yeah, you had other niggas that was smashing you, and then you. So that means you seem like
But you can be a hoe and still get raped.
Well,
can.
duh.
You can
Yeah.
be,
But people,
You know
So what do you think the people should have did? Should the people still?
nah, I mean, like you said, I like a nigga because he hoop. So, nigga was nice to hoop, bro.
You know what's crazy? What if Kobe was like he's about to fuck and he was just like niggas have been in here. Let me just get the ass. And that's why he's fucking the ass. 'Cause that's why remember he smashed he smashed in the booty hole.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't think he smashed in the. But do you think when it comes to even like a being a because I thought about this before. Do you think you have to be somewhat abstinent to your family to be great at what you're trying to do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sacrifice. You have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. Family and or marriage, whatever relationship.
Ooh, man.
Something we just don't have enough time.
There's not enough time.
You just don't have enough time.
The best you can do is try to hit as hard as possible and as fast as possible.
As
you have the
fast as
funds
possible.
to
Bring them along with
So
you.
you can
either bring them along or, you know, if she's fussing, well, here's some money.
How about this money? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
absolutely.
you know, even for your kids to understand, hey, to do this, I got to do this, you
Yeah.
know. So it has to be, you got to have it.
Yep.
You know, you got to have it. And then also, you can't be, like, from what I've seen when I hear kids of famous people talk, you have to have those moments that offset it. Like, yeah, my dad was gone a lot, but when he was here,
Yeah.
he was on the road all the time. But when he was here, you can't be a workaholic and then come home and sleep all day,
But
or miss all the games, or miss, you know, you have to have a little. There's not going to be a balance, but something to offset. Yeah, the nigga gone, but
Yeah.
I got this car. He showed up to my birthday. I got to meet so and so. He flew us out to whatever. Like, it's got to be some core memories that offset the other shit you might have felt.
Because I look at somebody like, I guess as an example of like LeBron and stuff, right? I look at that situation and I feel like Savannah is on some I want to hit, like, I knew his dream. So,
Right.
like, yeah, nigga, you have to be out. You can't be here all the time. I'm
You
going to
said
take.
who? Who are you using it?
I'm just LeBron and Savannah and his
that's
wife.
different.
And I feel like she understood the assignment in the sense of like, yo, I understand that this is going to be my job here.
That's different.
To raise.
Yeah.
But I'm saying in general, sometimes people be like, you know, if you're chasing greatness, the person that's supporting that person, I feel like also it's not fair to throw it back in their face once they achieve the greatness and be like, well, he also wasn't here like that for us as a family. He was out here always on the road and doing this. It's like, but I had to be for this greatness, and you were cool with that when I was chasing it, and you were reaping the benefits of it. But now that, you know, it's 20 years later, now I'm this asshole that wasn't here like that. It's like, nigga.
But I think too, it also, like I said, it matters with. All right, if you look at like when Tom retired, Tom Brady, his family was like, "Hey, we sacrificed. Now it's time for you to be home." And then he doubled down, being gone again. Yeah. That caused a huge, like, at some point, I think the greatness has to either slow down or your family gotta come. Like, we gave you 20 years, bro.
But
now come home.
Also, what a person like that will go through, like the amount of attention and praise that they go through is like how we use the cop example.
Yeah.
Like you go out, you really him out there in the world. People praise you, people appreciate you, and then you come home and you just like a regular person. So there's that, but then also like if you spend so much time away from the family, you might not exactly know how to do family on the day-to-day consistently. Like you can do family, like I'm solid. I'm solid Monday through Wednesday because I know I'm about to dip Thursday. But now nigga know it's Monday through nigga Monday. And it's like every day.
But also I think it depends on your relationship with your to use a LeBron example, that nigga seemed like he genuinely like, you know, his daughter played volleyball. He be at the games, nigga. He be like I think it all depends on you and your.
But I think the standard is definitely not LeBron.
No, he's
like,
an anomaly, bro.
He's an anomaly.
He's an anomaly. But then you watch. But then it's a lot of things we just don't know either. When you now that you see all these NBA kids in the league, and then you go through, they was always with their dad. They was just on the road with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they was at the games and at the photo shoots, and we assume,
which is what you got to do.
Yeah, we assume the dads were just gone and they was at home with the mom. The kids was there. Jalen Brunson and Steph and all these people were with their dads the entire fucking time in the locker room. In the we didn't know that. We thought they was at home and these niggas was gone because you look at somebody like Shaq. His kids was like, that nigga was gone.
Yeah.
But these other dads.
There,
So I think it depends on what you deem
if I'm
important.
a wife, I'm like, yo, the kids are going with you on these trips.
So I think, but
I'm gonna make it.
I think if you're that type of dad,
be in the streets.
I think
that's why you think it's
gonna be a little difficult.
But I think if you're that type of dad, I think you would want that. Like,
I mean, I would.
I've had my kids at the comedy club before.
Yeah.
Like I've had them there before. Like, and I'm already like, if I pop and it's summer and I can fly them out, if we in some cool place, I'm gonna fly them out. Like, come see. And they enjoy it. They be on set with Cotty sometimes, and sometimes by default because we can't get a babysitter or whatever. But their memories that they're building, they love that shit. Like they like, so they get to tell when they get. Man, I remember, you hear the dudes tell a story about it, the kids, and they be like, man, I met so and so, but it was just normal to us, blah blah. So I think it depends on the man or woman who's the dream chaser or the what matters to you. What are you willing to? How much are you willing to give to the world versus your family.
Because when I look at that, I feel like there could be more that some of these guys and women could do in the sense of like bringing the children along and the family along. Especially when you're in a space where you're financially doing well. Like you said, it's like if you know you got shows on the weekend, you go, you know what, let's get out there 2 days earlier. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got the money. Sometimes you can even tell the place like, hey man, like if you're this big of an act and you make this much money for these venues, hey, pay for all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we go out there because I know how, like I look at Janelle, right? When I used to, like some cities I would take her to or whatever, she wants to sightsee and do all this shit. I'm not a sightseeing nigga show day. I'm just not like that. I can do a little bit, but for the most part, I like to relax, be in my zone, kind of just be kind of kicking it before showtime. I don't like to be stressed out and now I got to come back 5 o'clock, take a quick ass shower. I didn't get my mind right for the show. So I'd be like, all right, I know in that sense, like I would love to get out there 2 days early, spend that time with her at that city, sightsee. Then all right, not necessarily leave me alone, but like, you know, I got to get into a certain type of space here. And then, you know, with the kids, we do whatever. And then
That's not wild though. I've had Cody in when they were younger. They came out to Vegas. You know, I was doing a week. They came out for 2 days, 2-3 days, and I sent them home. I was like, okay, it's time for y'all to go.
Brought the bitches in.
You stupid. But I was just like, cause I needed to work, and it was a lot. The boys are younger too, and it was just like, I can't sleep. You guys are, Cody want to go do a bunch of shit, and I was like, so I gave them those 2-3 days, and I was like, y'all gotta go home. Yeah. And then that was that. So now that the boys are older, though, it's
they're self-sufficient in the sense. That's what I'm saying. At that age, the age that they're at now is kind of just like, all right, cool, we can do some shit, and essentially like, all right, y'all chill over there. If you want to play outside, but Daddy's got to go to work. And y'all can come to the shows if y'all want to. You don't even have to come to the shows like that.
Them niggas I'd be like, don't watch. Them niggas I saw them in the, at Flappers, the window right there. Mm-hmm. I see them both in the, I was like, I told y'all not to watch this shit. It's like, nah, it's cool. And they like to them, we eat now, we getting free food, we got the cookies, the drinks, everybody always nice to them, Yeah. So that
makes sense. They getting treated special.
Yeah, they like that shit. They like all of it.
Yeah. It's interesting, man. Interesting the price you have to pay for, I guess, quote unquote, for fame in a sense.
Yeah.
What would you do, Gary, in those situations? Would you take the family with you? Or you just like, I need all my space. I don't need to be.
It would vary here and there.
Yeah.
Not everything. It would vary. I'm kind of a loner. I like to be in my thoughts. So it would vary, but
would you?
What's kind of funny is like. We were in the car. We were talking about like who can reach people, who can reach you. Like people could do it more. Like they could bring their families out and their kids out more. I immediately was like, I'm not listening to Keenan. I'm not listening to Keenan talk about having his kids out on the road with him. Ain't no way.
Hey, you ain't got no kids, nigga. How do you know?
Ain't no way. I'm listening to Keenan speak on that.
What you know about having to deal with?
It's not when they're young.
Well, I understand that. I already understand it now. I said even with just Janelle, I would have to take her if it was a thing. It would have to be days earlier, and then leave me alone essentially for the.
You have to fly her back home. Huh? You have to fly her back home. Like get out.
Oh no! It would only be shit that we can. That's like more on the lines of like local or a few hours away. If it was flying, worst case scenario, I'll get them a different hotel or I'll stay in a different room. I'll be like, all right, cool. I got us 2 rooms. Here's a room for y'all. Because the next few days I'm going to be in here. I need to kind of focus.
They still there, though. They got to be gone.
They got to be gone?
Yes. They still there.
They can't even be in thought.
Yeah, because you're still.
Okay, all right.
I'm telling you, you're still going to be like, let me go make sure they.
That's true. When you're a president,
They have to be
check
gone.
You got to check in with them. Like,
they have to be gone so you can be out of sight, out of mind, and let me lock in on.
Such and such just did this. I got to come over there.
Right. You got to be. They got to be gone.
That's what I was telling Keenan about. When parents talk about like lack of sleep and just like not being able to do shit, because we always have like that comparison of like how difficult is it being a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
In those first couple years, I don't think people really understand, because like yes, you're doing sort of the same thing every day, but then even when you try to get some time to yourself, there's just so much unpredictability. Like you don't know, like like I was telling them, like you could put your kids down for a nap, like okay, they nap from noon to 2, and if you lucky it's consistent, But most of the time it ain't. Like niggas, you put them down from noon to 2. They go to sleep noon to 2, 3 days in a row, and then the 4th day you like, yeah, they go to sleep noon to 2. I'm about to do bang bang, knock that out. That. Nigga wake up in 15 minutes, and now you like, God damn. It's like, so why would I even plan? Why would I plan anything now? Because I just don't know. I'm just like, you can't even get into your task like mentally because you don't know what's gonna happen. So it should just be like, I give stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home parents, period, just like way more credit just for the
first few months, so not the first few.
I would say,
probably
the first couple
years,
bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a long. By that time, you done lost yourself. You don't know who you is.
Probably the
Yeah,
first,
postpartum still. Yeah, okay.
first couple years is just enough. Well, and then too, it's just if you have no outlet. I think a lot of people have the kids, and then
No support
that becomes
system.
no support system. Then that
Yeah.
becomes their whole life.
Right.
So you like, I used to, Cody would come home sometimes and see that I'm just like, nigga, I'm burnt out.
Yeah.
And then I would just go do a show just to get out of the house and go do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because these niggas, and especially that as hands on as I was, and
Right.
making sure everything was taken care of and all that stuff. And I'd just be like, all right, I got to get the fuck out of here, man. Because so for people who have no outlet, I get why they be so like.
But
nigga.
that's interesting to hear you say that as a man. I feel like I don't hear that a lot as men when it comes to feeling like they have to, like, they need their time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know I'm not in the space where I know I don't have children yet, but I've had a discussion with Janelle since I know she's more of that person that needs her time. Then I'm like, yo,
Just note, everything you say I'm muting all this. It's gonna be muted. Your mouth gonna be moving.
or clip it
We're
when it comes.
not listening to Keon.
We gonna clip it back up, but like, see, you thought it was gonna be this way, nigga. I told you it ain't this way.
For sure.
But at least.
But I still don't. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say the least discussions that I had with her was that, like, I felt like I'm not gonna need as much as those moments of like, I just need to get away for a second as she will. And I mean, that could of course change when I have children. Be like, nah, nigga, I need time.
Right.
Yeah, but I
never hear fathers say that like that. They never.
Yeah, because moms are so fucking dramatic, and that's what I was about to say. I still don't agree with being a stay-at-home is hard.
Okay.
That part I still do not agree with because I've done it.
It's draining.
It's not hard. These
It's
motherfuckers be
draining.
like, it's the most difficult job. And like Bill
It's not
Burr,
difficult.
It's not hard.
difficult.
Yeah.
But
It's
if you
not
are an
hard.
emotional person and you're
Yeah.
trying to be emotionally in tune
It's
with
not
all
hard.
of their emotions and
And part of the
volatility.
reason
Okay.
it's hard that moms say it's hard is because the kid is not. They don't do that with me.
Right.
If I say sit your ass down, they sit down. If I
So-
say go to bed, nigga, they go to bed. Like part of the reason it's hard because it's hard for you.
That's
it's not
what I'm
hard
saying.
for me.
Would you say it's harder for women than it is men?
I think so.
The
Absolutely.
overall duty.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So we can't. So it's hard for us to place it. Like it ain't
Yeah.
hard, but it's like we're going through a different experience.
Yeah, when I be watching, I be like, y'all. When I see them, then we have to cook and clean. Nigga, first of all, I've been doing that since I was fucking 12. So what are you talking? Like when I hear that type of shit, just home maintenance, I'm like, nigga. And then they like, we got to clean up the toys. I mean, you saw my kids pick that shit up. Like,
Yeah.
why
Yeah.
are you doing this? Like, you letting this kid
Yeah.
run you, and now you're exhausted, and is having a, it's weighing on you and your husband.
I think because they want their kids to like them.
I don't know what it is.
I
bro.
think it's because they want them to like them.
But you know what's crazy though? Like I said, I lived with Keon for multiple years with the boys, so I didn't just see like 3 months of something and be like, "Oh, this is how life is." I watched them get raised, right? And in that, like
I'm
I
still not listening to you, Keenan. But go ahead.
no, I'm not saying listen to me. I'm just giving an
Yeah,
example of like
yeah.
what I saw from him and being like, okay, these things are doable.
Right.
These things are not as hard as people
As
might
you
make it
heard
seem.
everybody say.
Right. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, like, and granted, like you are blessed with like boys being pretty good, but I've seen them also have like moments where they're just like, oh, they're tripping right now.
Yeah.
Specifically
It'd be like
like
that.
Kendrick, right? Kendrick,
Yeah.
he'll have his moments and I'll be like, oh, snap. But even still, how you handle that. And being like, oh, it was quicker in a sense where I've seen other people's situations, and it's like, oh, if you would just be a little bit more stern, you'll probably turn this kid. Because even like when there's times when we spend time with our mom, at least I'll say this: if my mom felt like she was losing control, which is very rarely, I feel like she always be like, all right, when your dad comes and picks you up, and tell him everything. We'd be like, huh. All that energy of whatever that we
Kids
felt
are manipulative as fuck.
right.
Bro.
But I would
I don't
say
think they understand. I don't think they have a firm understanding of that. And even when they do,
Who? Women?
And even when they do, they still can't take that. They still can't factor that in.
Like,
they
this ain't
still
some
respond the way they
dumb,
respond.
helpless. These
Knowing.
motherfuckers know what the hell they doing.
Yeah, they know.
And they will respond. They know what they doing.
And by the second kid, they know that, but they
Yeah.
still can't tap. They still can't use that information to kind of.
I'm like, I understand this little person is 3.
Right.
But at the same time,
They know.
you know what the hell I'm talking about.
They
Sit
know.
down, boy.
Right.
You know
So
what
my
I mean?
thing is,
They
when
know.
I didn't know that at first until I started to see the boys, and I was just like, oh, these children are a lot smarter than children
Yeah,
get credit for.
yeah.
They know how to, like you said, they know how to manipulate, maneuver. They know how to talk to you this way. But then when Dad said they don't talk to you, they don't even try to talk to you. They would be like, oh, our Dad's here. I gotta keep my shit on.
They know how to be sweet. They know how to be, you know, cuddly when they need something. They know how to do all that shit, man.
Very, very
I
interesting.
got 2 questions. Well, I got 1 question and then 1 response.
Yes, you are gay.
So, do you think, and this is going back to the frustration in that moment, do you think that that's something that you almost kind of need that because that fuels you?
What?
It's just having a moment of just like frustration towards the process. Do you think that like motivates you?
You going back
Like, are
towards
you
the-
like the Jordan, you know what I mean? Like Jordan or,
Oh,
you know what I mean?
comedy wise. I'd probably say it plays a factor.
Okay.
Because what fuels me is, like, I started grinding harder when I had kids.
Okay.
I always need a reason to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my main reason. But yes, I told you so, it does make me work harder.
Got you.
It
Okay.
definitely does. So, you know, it's that sports shit. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, you can't.
Yeah.
It's like, nigga, you saying I can't, you know, you better than me? Or, you know, you need that. You need that. And sometimes it's probably, like the Jordan thing. It's not even as big as a deal as you make it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're just like, no, you motherfuckers going to respect. You have to, like.
Yeah.
Because it's going to push me to do these things.
The mental
to
game
be,
of it.
the mental game. And like I said, a lot of this is just to keep going.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of it is just to keep going. You be wanting this. I mean, how many people we know? This is the reason why 1% of people do this. Everybody quit.
Mm-hmm.
This shit is mentally, it's
It's
ridiculous. And I
yeah.
can't imagine it for the people
a marathon.
who be frustrated and they're not even good. Imagine being good.
Yeah.
And you don't feel like you getting what you're supposed to be getting. You be like, nigga.
And then the last time I was upset with Jess was when she thought she saw something that she didn't, but she like stood firm in it, and she was clearly wrong. Clearly wrong. I was like, that's not how that happened at all. And then got mad at me for me speaking passionately in defense of myself. I was like, yo, I can defend myself passionately. You're fucking wrong. That's not what happened.
Yeah.
So you weren't even there. You walked in. You thought
You
you
weren't
saw
even
something.
there? Oh,
you
you
thought you
told me
saw
about that,
something.
yeah.
Yeah. Because I had to hem up Pilot. The funniest part was talking to the therapist about it, because she was like, I told her exactly everything that kind of played out. He was being, because we have a rule that if it's anything verbal, then we have to give each other grace and give each other the independence to handle it on our own. But if it becomes physical, because I told her, like, because sometimes I would like step in if he's being like defiant or he's being disrespectful. I would step in and be like, dad voice, yada yada yada. So we made the rule like, yo, if it's verbal, she can handle her own shit verbal, anything verbal, same on my end. But if it becomes physical,
Like physical, like he's hitting Jory or something?
no, like he's hitting his mom, or he's like being like physically defiant, or like brushing up against her, or like shoulder checking her, like shit like that, then I can step in.
Yeah.
So that happened. I stepped in, took him upstairs, but sometimes things look worse than they are.
Yeah.
Like just the theater of it, I'm trying to play it up. You know what I mean? In my mind, I'm not mad at all. Like I understand what's happening, but I'm playing it up for him just so he thinks that it's like a real moment.
The fear.
Yeah. So she walked in when she came in the room, I had him like kind of like he was like on the bed, but I was like in his face, and I think I probably like had his face like this. I'm like, you're not gonna disrespect your mother, blah blah. You listen to what she tell you. Did that whole thing, right? And she came in and immediately like he goes to her, she hugs him and yada yada yada. And then when she played back kind of what she thought happened, she thought I like slammed him on the bed. She thought I was like on him in his face.
Elbow drop.
I was like, what? Naturally.
Yeah.
And then that turned into like, you're not going to yell at me. I was like, I'm defending myself. Like, what the fuck are you talking, So But retelling that story back to the therapist, I was like, yeah. And she was like, well, what were you saying to Pilot? I was like, I was telling him you not go disrespect his mother. And I was like, it's the irony. It's like, it's all in defense of you. I'm like trying to protect you.
Right.
And then that was the last time I was actually upset.
Why? What is? Okay, so like, if he's doing that stuff to her, why would she even be mad at you? Like, why ain't she looking at like, yeah, handle that
It's
shit?
the way it's the way it looks. Because she
Still.
grew up in a very docile environment.
But you can.
But
Punked, man. You gotta
all-
stand up for
It's all
yourself.
relative to her experience
Yeah.
in her upbringing. She grew up in a very docile, very submissive type, environment. And it's also a Midwestern thing. Everything is like nothing. There's no direct communication. Everything is like passive aggressive. It's like it's not just like, yo, this is what it is.
But does she think that you're doing this correctly? Does she think?
She-
does she think it's necessary to correct this type shoulder checking all that? Like, nigga, if that's me, bro, I'm on some
Yeah.
nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's wild to me.
Well,
Like, if I see
she
that,
knows it's wrong, but she probably doesn't think it's like
detrimental.
I don't want to say detrimental. She probably doesn't think it's as maybe she doesn't think it's detrimental.
Yeah.
Maybe she just thinks it's like a phase. It's a part of it's a part of this age.
You gotta correct that shit.
But I think it's all relative to her experience. And the shit that I do is relative to my experience. So I let her know. I was like, hey, I need you to know that I know what fear looks like. I've seen abuse. I've seen like none of the shit that I'm doing is like wrong. I know it may look bad, but just know like I grew up in fear. I grew up being afraid of my mom and my brother, and I know what fear looks like in a person's eyes.
Right.
So, and I know that he's not afraid.
Right.
Like it's a moment, but he does not fear me. You should see this. We had a longer conversation, he and I, afterwards, and he's still like very free. He's still very himself. Fucks with me, plays with me. All of like, I think I was like the way you can kind of determine fear is like you see how they move afterwards.
Yeah.
And me and him are boom, we're right back, lock and step.
It's just a
good.
moment.
It's just a moment. So I think it's hard for her to kind of like really understand that because she didn't grow up around, and she grew up around all girls. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it looks very different. And her dad wasn't like, it all just looks very
I
different.
was gonna ask if she had brothers at all.
She got one brother older, but he kind of stayed away from all.
I bet a house full of sisters and women, nigga.
I think it's 5 girls.
Oh yeah, I'm out of here.
Ooh.
And they're all like back to back to back.
Damn.
So it's him and then five girls. Five or six girls.
He
Is it
probably was
six?
like,
Hold on.
enough.
Fucking, let me see.
Nobody's a lesbian either.
No, not a single lesbian.
Like no butch in there that you can connect to. But
Yeah, I
hey,
did a good job. I'm joking. No, it's 6 girls.
Damn.
Yeah, 6 girls.
Yeah, that makes sense. So okay, so I understand that, right? Just like you understand, in knowing that, does she be like, okay, I'm gonna try and see that maybe this isn't necessary?
It's work. Yeah, it's work. But see, even in that situation, like you said, being frustrated like I was frustrated in a moment.
Right.
It's like, yo, that's not what happened. Let's
Yeah.
not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're not going to
yeah.
tell me something happened that didn't. So
Right.
that felt more blatant, but I do understand that her background is why things are happening the way that they happen.
yeah.
It's all right there. Get your tickets. I got Charlotte coming up on September 21st. Well, I got Flappers if you're local in LA. I got Flappers on the 12th, which tickets are looking good for that already. And then I got Charlotte on September 21st. So get your tickets for that. And I'm in Vegas for a week after that. Sincerely appreciate everybody who did watch, who's watching it, who's showing love, who's sharing. That's the most important thing y'all can do is just share.
Yeah.
Share with your, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. That's the most important thing. Word of mouth will always be the best the best form of advertisement. So share on your page. They got the retweets now on reposts on IG. You can share it in your stories.
No excuses, man.
Tell your friends. The links you can share. That's what you can do. Just share. Share the videos. Share the clips. Share the trailer. Obviously, watch it. And that's the thing. You ain't even got to watch the shit. If you just let it run,
Yeah.
Just let it play.
Clean the
Don't
house,
watch
put it on.
Yeah.
Watch it. It's good.
It's really
Watch
good.
it.
I mean,
It's
you're
really
gonna laugh.
good.
If
Watch
people were
it
laughing
just-
that hard at the album, they was
Yeah.
like, I want to see your facial expressions and all that stuff with the.
Yeah.
Watch it first and then replay it.
Yeah,
You gotta
and let
put
it
on,
run.
clean the house, cook,
If
whatever.
you got the album, just
but
let it
watch
run.
Yeah.
You let it run at night. Turn the volume off. Let it run. Just let that shit run. But I sincerely thank all you guys. It's really dope. It's been a very humbling and overwhelming experience. I'm really happy. Really proud about what I did, and it's great.
Be solid, people.
All right, man. Yeah, proud of you too, man. So this is the first of many, and
Yeah, I want to do another one in 2 years.
2 years. There it is, man. All right, man. So yeah, for me, Bonfire September 27th. The last one was super fire, man. We've been having pretty much sellouts throughout the year. I think except one show, but it almost sold out. And October 10th and the 11th. They haven't sent me the link yet for that show. So I know some people asked me for the link for the tickets. They haven't sent me the link. I got to hit the dude up and get the ticket link so I can at least start
What's the date for it?
10th and 11th of October, Fort Worth, Texas.
Oh, sorry.
So, you know,
You're Inappropriate.
yeah.
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 Dope, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fort
we talked about the last time.
Yeah.
The club, yeah.
Yeah, headlining over there. So, when I get that link, when I get it from him, I will give it to y'all. And, we start pushing that, man. So, yeah, appreciate it. Gary,
And I'll be out of the country.
drinking tea and matcha,
Yeah, tapping into nature, you know what I mean, and getting some writing done.
barefoot.
Try to figure out how to continue to be a decent, virtuous individual in a sea of snakes.